Good evening, SRA Nation, and welcome to Season 14. Once you've got qualifying, then the main 1 hour race. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sim Racing Alliance. And this is where it all counts. As all eyes go to the light, and we are racing.
He brakes late, almost takes out the car ahead of him.
He's getting a tow, a flash.
Argy right on the exit, rear end squiggle. Who's going to get the move done here around the outside?
Oh, dang!
Byron ran it so shallow there, and this has become a 4-car battle. Game of inches as the BMW is in the paint.
And we're off and away for SRA.
Good evening, SRA Nation. Welcome back to the GT3 Team Series. It's been a week, but we are back. I am your host, Marlon Abubo, and joined with me today is just Donovan today. Surprisingly, no Antoine today. So, I mean, how are you doing today, Donovan?
Doing good, doing well. Yeah, Anton left us for, I think he's in Cancun right now. The poor guy, but yeah. So just we'll hold down the fort though.
I mean, if we don't need Antoine. We don't need Antoine. Man. Anyways, we have an exciting race for you guys today. It's been a week, so these drivers are ready to get back on track. We are going to be at the Hungaroring, and since Donovan knows it better than I do, I will pass the track map to him.
Yeah, Hungaroring. Yeah, it's not necessarily one of my favorite tracks, but it's an interesting track nonetheless. It's definitely really interesting to drive and to hot lap as well. So one thing to note that we might be looking out for is a bit of track limits. This is a tricky track on track limits. But yeah, so starting off with the first sector, we have a hairpin to start it off. Classic, I mean, I guess classic, pretty modern F1 style for turn 1. And then, yeah, going down turn 2, turn 3, really interesting elevation throughout that whole bit. Turn 3 is going to be a little bit of an exit point to watch out for track limits. And then turn 4 is the big one for me, at least. The outside of the track limits on turn 4, it's a really fast blind turn, and it's really easy to push it way over, too far over on the outside. And that is, that line sneaks up on you. Turn 5 there, a pretty sweeping right-hander. Turn 6, we saw a lot of overtakes in the F1 race into turn 6. That's not the easiest overtaking zone, so I don't know if we'll see too much of that in here. But another thing, track limits on turn 6 and 7 and through that chicane. That's an easy place to get nipped as well. The rest of sector 2 is pretty technical. A lot of careful car placement, to really maximize the exits of turn 9, is really important. And turn 11 as well. So those, right-handers really important. And into sector 3, got the hard braking zone into turn 12. We might see some passes into there. And then the 2 hairpins of 13 and 14 to finish out the lap. So yeah, not too long of a track. But it's a really fun, like I said, hot lapping track. Racing it could be a little bit challenging, especially with those track limits. So I am curious to see how that will go for these D4 drivers.
For sure. There's gonna be a lot of battles. It's like, oh man, I'm just out of it right now. Since we're returning for the week. Yeah, since we're returning.
Yeah,
for the
yep,
week,
got that week off, some rust to knock off a little bit, but yeah, that's
oh my goodness.
that's another thing for the drivers is, if they're like me, where you have the week off and you don't really use that for practice, you use it for other things, and it's like, oh wait, yeah, I gotta practice for Hungaroring. But Yeah, that's definitely we always kind of plan and typically you would think that it would you'd practice early for it. And I know some of the drivers, looking at the hot lap leaderboard, I know some of those drivers put in like laps right after Donington, and yeah, it's always funny because I'm always like, yeah, I'll give it at least a few days.
Oh man. All right. Since we were gone for a week, we will be looking back at the driver standings and the team standings. For the driver standings, the top 5 drivers for gold: Kevin Johnson, Rowdy Burns, John Ansom, Vincent Nicolette, who we saw last week was pushed up to gold from silver, and Justin Secombe. So that's your top 5 for the gold division. Relatively, well, Kevin Johnston pulling at least a 50-point lead, but Rowdy Burns, John Ansom, and Nicolette all within like a point or like 10 points of each other, and Justin Secombe also not far behind either of them. So a fight for P2 here is not unrealistic. And then for your gold or your silver division, we have Stefan Sarver, Anthony Lombardo, Hunter Gale, Dylan Bonsell, and Raf Cab. That's your top 5. Did I say 5? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 5. Yeah, okay, there you go. Raf Cab grounds out your top 5 for your silver division. And that is your
Kevin Johnson there.
Yeah, Kevin Johnson
is really pulling out a gap. He's had 2 very dominant wins. The Lexus, which is his car of choice this season, is not an easy car around here. So, I mean, honestly, it's one of the worst tracks for the Lexus, if I'm being honest. You can't really take advantage of its strengths, and it really takes advantage of its weaknesses a lot. So, yeah, that should be interesting to see. I don't know if he'll be able to get that back to back. We'll see.
I believe in it.
With his dominant performance, I mean, at Barcelona and Donington, I mean, he's really got a feel for that car, and so yeah, we'll see what he could do today.
Jess is giving me a suggestion, just real quick. Do something. Maybe okay. We're back.
Just a few technical difficulties.
Just a few technical difficulties. The week break kind of messed up. It didn't mess up anything, but like I don't know what's happening. Anyways, on to the team standings for this division 4, and I'll pass this on to Donovan.
Yeah, well, with Kevin Johnson also leading that with his teammate Jacob Curtis. Now, I know Jacob has missed a couple races, and I don't see him on the hot lap leaderboard, so I don't know if he'll be racing this one as well. So, yeah, this is a bit of a closer battle for the top spot. Still, Kevin Johnson and Jacob Curtis leading that in the Marlboro maybes. Williams Red Eye Racing, we got Hunter Gale and John Ansom. Only 16 points behind, so not too far. Got Chris Sweeney and Steven Music in the power nerfed Ford Mustang. I think it'll be actually pretty strong here. So we'll see if they could make some ground in this championship. They're also not super far off. Steve Foster and Ottavio Libinore with riding solo. They're not really riding solo. there's 2 of them. But yeah, 300
individual cars. Okay.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's not a driver swap series. But yeah, they're not far behind as well. I mean, this team championship is definitely quite a bit closer, all the way down. We got Darren Robichaud, Matt Mattisey in the Ferrari as well, and then Bigfoot Racing Department, OBDA represent Taylor Thompson and Thomas Greer in the Bentley. They're not far behind either. So I mean, honestly, the team championship is pretty close. And when you got 2 drivers, it's definitely a lot of pressure for Kevin Johnson right now, if his teammate shows up or not. But he's had such a dominant performance this season that I mean he's making the races count. So yeah, I my eyes are definitely on Kevin Johnson here.
Dude, he's just bandwagoning. Okay.
It's Lexus. I hate to, I try to be unbiased, but it's the Lexus. It's hard
wouldn't
not
fault
to
you
be.
though, man. Kevin Johnson has been just wiping the field so far. I will say though, Ottavio Livinore has set the fastest time, but it's
Yeah.
wow, it's not the quickest time either. So maybe there is a chance for all the drivers to hit something here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything looks good, right? Okay, no, sorry about that. Some more tough. And that was your team standings. We will get back to you, but after this message from our sponsors, they do help keep our racing alive here at SRA. So check some of them out if you guys are interested. But let's roll the sponsors real quick.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
And we are back. We are a bit late to quali. The silvers have already gotten out, but currently the driver in the lead for the silver drivers is going to be Boncel, followed by Lewis, Heisner, Mummery, and then Sarver. Forgot to update the deliveries, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but not the greatest start to the week, but.
Was that week off? It reset us all.
It's always the week off. It's always the week off and the start of the season. It's never like anywhere in between.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, a pretty commanding lead there for Boncel with a 4/10 and to Lewis right now. However, that will definitely be coming down. We're only a couple laps into this quali session. This is a track where you could get quite a few chances to get in that good lap, and yeah, but it's also a track that could be a bit hard to get into lap because of, again, track limits. I don't know if it's just me, but I really struggle with track limits here, and it's just I don't know if and it's only on a couple particular turns, but it just really kind of wants you to get out on the outside there. Look like Shane Lewis has a little bit of traffic here just at the start of the lap too, which is not ideal. He put in quite a good time, 0.6 ahead of Lindo, who snagged that P2 spot. But yeah, really close to this. Or that BMW ahead of him is Lindo. Very interesting. But yeah, really close. I wonder if we're going to see him back off a bit to give some space to the BMW in front.
Sure, this traffic's not really doing wonders for Shane Lewis here. Shane Lewis, of course, setting that fastest time for the silver division, but that traffic's really going to hinder his trying to fight off anyone else trying to take his spot. Lindo already trying to find time here, but he's behind.
Yeah, it looks like Shane is back. Yeah, it looks like
it looks like
he's backed out, given some space. Especially after you get a good lap like that, you know, sometimes you just want to keep going and keep going. But yeah, it's definitely want to give some space. You know, there's no overtaking and qualifying, so you know, you want to make sure you leave that recommended 3 to 5 second gap. You know, that is usually talked about in the driver's briefing. So
I should still have most of the liveries, but I really like the attempt at the Rexy livery for the Lamborghini.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it looks like kind of like. Yeah, does it say Dr. Pogger on the side of the
maybe
car?
It's not like a Rexy. It's like something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recognize it. I mean, I do recognize
it. It has the gold teeth, right?
Yeah, I recognize that's definitely a Rexy reference, but it's a crossover. It's a crossover livery. Yeah.
Dr. Pepper or something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Heisner on a fast lap. It's that orange Porsche we saw. I love this Porsche, but he has found some time.
Yeah.
Maybe not enough to get into a top 3 spot, but he's found time. Bonzel as well has found time in that McLaren. Looks like Shane Lewis's teammate. So.
Yeah. They're yeah, for the silver positions. That's yeah, pretty good there. And that is quite the gap there that Shane Lewis still has. That was
0.6 gap to the second position of Lindo. But of course, these are the silver drivers. We do have the gold drivers coming out soon in about a minute. So we'll see what they can put down.
Yeah, but when you're a silver driver, you love to see gaps like that, because you know that means that there might be gold drivers between you and your competitors in your championship, which is that's definitely track limits. That is definitely. Hopefully that didn't invalidate this last lap as well. I think that is something that you could definitely get here, where you go too wide on the last turn and you invalidate the next lap. He's still going, so I'm assuming that it isn't invalidated, unless he's just looking to get a little last lap practice or maybe a pit entry. But yeah, that's always the worst, is when you invalidate on the last turn and you invalidate 2 laps, because we don't get a ton of opportunities, for getting in a valid lap here.
To the final corner here. It's not looking to improve though, so that's going to be the end of this qualifying session. Does it end at 10 minutes 30?
Yep.
Yeah,
yep,
so
10:30. 10:30.
This quali session soon. I'm looking at it very wrong. Sorry about that. He's still in sector 2. Hunter Gale returning to the pits, so that's going to be the end. Finn Jen going off tracks, that's going to be the end of his quali session. The only ones looking to improve right now, Corey Mummery, Bonzel losing so much time. That's going to put him off, and that's a yellow for Bonzel. Bonzel's going to return to pits, so no improvement there. Corey Mummery still looking to improve on his time. Can the Ferrari snatch pole position here? Can he find more time? Can he recreate F1? Sarver looking to gain some positions here on the final corner on the main straight. Where is this going to end him or put him at? It's not
wow.
gonna be enough for a
Yeah, it's
position
an
change.
improvement, but yeah, it's just gets closer to Eisner ahead.
Lindo's
Lindo,
then ending there. Mummery finding a lot of time in the low. He's dropping all that time at the end. That's going to be the end of quali for silver, and no improvements for anyone. No major improvements.
oh, identical time to Sergio Lindo
Yeah,
there.
to Sergio Lindo. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that is quite the gap. Again, that is big for silver championship because a 6/10 gap is pretty decent. And when you're like I said, when you're nice nice drift there to start out your qualifying session.
Just warming up.
But
the tires.
yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the fastest lap I guess that's ending out the qualifying. The fastest lap typically, it takes a couple laps, to get the tires going for sure. But so not usually is your first lap, the fastest in normal optimum conditions, which is exactly what we have here. I mean, actually, it's a pretty normal conditions. It's maybe a tiny bit warmer than a lot of drivers like. I at least like it, nice and cool. But yeah, pretty normal conditions here today, which is a bit of a reprieve from Donington 2 weeks ago, where it was a lot more difficult conditions wise.
Yeah, Donington was absolute chaos. If you guys haven't seen that already, the VOD is up if you are able to rewatch it after the race. If not, keep up with the SRA.
It was crazy.
Yeah. I would just say it was a crazy race. A lot of incidents. You know what?
Yeah, it was exciting. It was definitely exciting.
Not the most fun.
Hey, I think it's pretty fun. But I also,
Look, man, I got accused for having an incident fun. I don't know, man.
True. Yeah, is that put away this week, or is it at the ready?
I never got it.
The content button.
The content button. Matissy, sorry about that. Matissy is going to be the lead driver for the golds here. But all eyes are on Kevin Johnson to see if he can put a fast time. And if Antoine is watching, Sloppy Ooh is still in the pits. He might have a quali ban here, so no time is going to be set for Sloppy Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that could be a bit of a comeback story though. Starting in the pits and getting positions.
From what we've seen from Sloppy last week, or last two weeks ago at Donington, he was relatively quick.
Absolutely.
So
we got Matt Matissy. First lap. I'm sorry to cut you off there. First lap though, already going up to fourth. That's pretty quick. So I think we got some. Yeah. The Ferrari is pretty good here. I mean, most of this season. Ooh, that's not the line though.
Pretty wide line, yeah.
But yeah, the Ferrari is good here. This is a pretty good season overall for the Ferrari. So the Ferrari is good at most of these tracks. But yeah, this is definitely a Ferrari favored track a bit. And yeah, I'm not used to seeing this many Porsches. Are there this many Porsches in P4? Yeah. Maybe it's just because they're all together.
It's like everyone came back and just switched to a coach. I don't know.
Yeah, it's too late for the car switching, but I guess it's been that way the whole time.
They talked their way into it. Before it was like, I want to switch to a coach. We're going to switch to a
Yeah. I want to see. I don't.
He's Mike Farrell on a massive improvement here, almost a second up.
Yeah.
I'm cursing him though, but he is entering the final hairpin. So this might push him up into one of the top. Yeah, it's going to push him into the top position. Actually, maybe not. Just looking at the gap.
nice and close right up to those track limits,
Yeah,
all the
I'm
way
sorry,
up
it
to
is gonna push into
P2
that top
provisionally.
spot. Shane Lewis's time though is holding out 4 or 6 tenths.
It really is,
still
yeah.
the gap. Yeah.
That's a great time there from Shane Lewis. He's definitely going to be looking to hold that and get some really good points for his silver championship here. Got Chris Sweeney going up to provisionally P3, another identical time to Mike Farrow here.
So a double copy.
Yeah, only 1/100th away from the other identical time. That's got to be track limits there, wasn't it? That turn 4 is just brutal on track limits. It is really easy to do it, especially since it's like a totally blind turn.
Leaving Norrie on an improvement, 3 tenths. Where is that going to land him? P7. Pretty
Right
good
behind the
lead,
championship
yeah.
leader.
Right behind Kevin Johnston.
Yeah.
Kevin Johnston not finding the time he needs to get into a top spot. Actually, no, he is going to find time to get into a top spot. I forgot the top. Look at that. The top 7. Well, the top 7 past P1 within within 1,000 of each other.
Yeah, it's extremely close between. Yeah, a ton of those drivers. I mean, especially because we got 2 identical times that are only 100th away from each other. That, definitely takes up, just tiny improvements can bring you up a ton. And yeah, like I said, the Lexus really quite difficult here. Its weaknesses are, braking and mid-speed turns, and that's kind of, what's this track is full of, especially in this sector here. This
track is a complete shift from the tracks we've had before. We started off Paul Ricard, which is relatively quick. We moved on to the Hungaroring, which is still relatively quick in the first 2 sectors, and then we moved on to Donington. It's not really ideal for the Lexus here to be having such slow corners, but Kevin Johnston has proven time and time again that he can set a good time. He's found so much time. Actually, he might have found enough time. No, he's going to drop some of that time. Not enough to challenge P1, but 5 tenths up. Sweeney's going to move into P2, but Kevin Johnston, wait a second.
He got track limits on the last turn.
Limits.
Yeah. Again, I wonder if that I wonder if that invalidated the last lap as well. He's going to have just barely enough time to come around again and do one more lap. If this lap is
as well, though. Look at all the rest, or look at more of the gold drivers getting closer to Shane Lewis's time. Lewis's time might not be as safe as we thought, but Sweeney not finding an improvement. Ansem is though. He might find enough time. Oh, he's an off lap though. That's not. He's gonna be on an invalid, so he might not be able to set a good time here. But his next lap's gonna have to count. Liebenauer and Sweeney finding time, but not enough to get to Shane Lewis's time. Shane Lewis hoping for the best. Liebenauer eating those curves up.
Yeah, I don't know if Liebenauer will make it around in time to set another lap either. So this might be the last chance here. Yeah, Shane Lewis is still provisional pole right now. That's definitely pretty amazing for that silver championship right there.
Liebenauer has found the time though. He's starting to enter the 2 hairpins at the end of the track. He's found 3 tenths. Can he keep those, or 2 tenths now? Can he keep the 2 tenths he's found? He's finding more time in the hairpin. Mike Farrell's going to go off. That's going to be the end of his quali session. But all eyes are on Liebenauer. Can he take pole position here? It looks like he's going to. Liebenauer taking pole position, and Shane Lewis getting pushed out of P1.
Yeah, by a tenth. Yeah, awesome lap there from.
Oh, look at Ansem though. Look, Ansem finding 5 tenths. Sorry for cutting you off, but Ansem's dropped a lot of time. Ansem. Sweeney finding time though. He needs to find 3 tenths in the Mustang here. Ansem losing time now. Liebenauer trying to improve, but that's the end of his quali session here. Sweeney trying to find time. Ansem as well. Johnston Kevin Johnston not finding a good enough lap to get into the top 5. Never mind, he's found the time. Can he keep it though? All eyes are back on Sweeney. Can he maybe find time in the last 2 hairpins? Ansem losing too much time. That's not going to be enough to get back on or into the pole spot. Shane Lewis, or sorry, not Shane Lewis. Never mind. Yeah, it's. Oh, Sweeney's going into the pits. That's the end.
Pit entry. Yep, pit entry practice.
So Levin Norrit holding on to P1, and it looks like no other driver is going to challenge that. Kevin Johnston finding a lot of time. I might have spoken too soon. Can he find time here? That Lexus trying to get through the corners as quick as possible. 3/10 found. 4/10 found now into the first hairpin. Can he find more? He needs 7/10 here. 5/10.
A lot to ask.
He's found a lot of time, but it's not enough for P1. Levin Norrit is going to hold on. Kevin Johnston finding 5/10. That's going to put him into P3.
Jump,
yeah.
Huge jump up to P3. Yeah, that was definitely big for Kevin Johnston there, because he was pretty far back. But look how close the times are. I mean, like P5 through it was like 13 or something like that, 12. Like, we're all within like a 1/10.5 of each other. I mean, that is ridiculously close for these drivers.
This might be the closest race we've had in D4 so far, considering what's happened in the Nürburgring, Donington.
Yeah.
This might be the closest race we've had. It's a matter of time, though. Can we see if these drivers keep it clean? We know what D4 is like. Like we mentioned, but if they can keep it relatively clean, we might have a race here. Kevin Johnston looking at P3, Shane Lewis, that silver driver, pushing P2, Levin Norrit, a surprise P1. That might be his first pole position of SRA.
I think so. Yeah. And Shane Lewis, I mean, that is awesome there for a silver driver, starting on the front row. That's huge. I mean, there's quite a few drivers, going, between him and the next, silver driver, which, again, for the silver championship, that is massive. So, that's definitely an interesting story to start this race off. Another thing is for the team championship, the Mustangs of Chris Sweeney and Steven Music, 4th and 6th place. That's a pretty good showing for them. So they're going to be really hoping to convert that into a good position. They're close to each other, which is helpful as teammates, with strategy. So yeah, that should be an interesting race to look at, especially with how close the team championship is.
That Porsche is just bouncing on my screen, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Burns is just bouncing. It's
got hydraulics on it.
His car's not straight on the track anymore. It's like face
That
out.
is interesting. That is
Yeah,
interesting. Usually you only see the bounce like when you like reset your like setup, or like you go out of the setup menu. I wonder what's going on.
Look how off center he is from the rest of the grid. But yeah, as you were talking, there is going to be a lot of battles. Those Fords looking to do some damage in the team standings, but Kevin Johnston looking to hold off. It doesn't look like Curtis is racing today, so he is going to have to absolutely hold on to something here. Levin Norrit, can he get off the line quicker than Shane Lewis? Shane Lewis, can he take a win for the silver division over the golds? A lot of stories to be had, and the drivers are starting their formation lap here.
Oh, interesting. That I wonder if Ratty Burns' Porsche there was only off for us, because I've never seen that before. But I don't know. But yeah, Kevin Johnston. I think did he start P2 or P3 last race? I want to say he started P3 last race as well, and ended up having a dominant performance. This one's going to be a little bit different.
Kevin Johnston started P1. He got pushed back into
P2
he got
passed.
He made that mistake.
That's right. Yeah,
Burns made that pass, but he held back onto that lead. So
That's right. Yeah, Burns started P3 and then got P2 on lap 1 and then was able to, battle in that first stint. That is right. Yep. It's all coming back. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. That race is unforgettable, though. Donington is a special place in my heart.
Yeah, and it was definitely a crazy race. But yeah, now we're Hungaroring. It's again a tricky track to race. These drivers have to. I keep talking about it. I don't know if this is just a skill issue on my part, but the track limits are definitely something to watch out for. I saw on the races yesterday for our odd numbered divisions. The track limits definitely came into a play on some of the divisions there. So that's going to be something to look out for. I don't know if I've ever done a Hungaroring race where the track limits didn't come into play. I feel like it's just so tricky, especially when you're battling other cars. And it's just definitely easy to step over. So yeah, hopefully we don't see too many of those, but that is definitely something that these drivers are going to want to keep in check.
You hear that? Donovan wants to remove the Hungaroring from the calendar.
Hey, I didn't say it.
I didn't say it either.
I think I just have a skill issue here. Honestly, it's a tricky track.
Hungaroring is a very tricky track. It's a very technical track too. A lot of slow moving corners, a lot of hairpins, especially at the end. But just so many things that can mess you up with slow corners. But there's so many chances for overtakes here. Drivers are now starting to line up side by side. So we're going to be going racing soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We got that Mustang a little bit far back. Hopefully, that's a bit far back for the. Oh, we're evening out. We're good.
We're good. Yeah, we're good. All the drivers should be ready. The two Mustang teammates already in position. Kevin Johnston looking to jump ahead. McLaren and Ferrari locking out the top two. The drivers are about to go racing here at the Hungaroring, and it's only a matter of time before the lights turn green, and not yet. Right now, here we go, green, 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 as we see, and oh my goodness, look at Shane Lewis jumping that absolutely beautifully, getting into P1, but the Mustang's gonna go on the inside. He's gonna make contact with Kevin Johnston, and Kevin Johnston's going into P1. Kevin Johnston has gone the P1.
P3 to P1. Yeah, that is a horror for the Mustang team. But yeah, also the start from Libanore there, he was super far back in his box, which, Kevin Johnston almost had the lead already going into turn 1. And yeah, Kevin Johnston already leading this race. We'll see. Oh, we got more
contact. Oh my goodness.
Chaos. Yeah.
He keeps it within, but we see, as we were talking, he gets spun.
Yep.
Is there more contact though?
Yep. It looks pretty clean for the rest of them.
Bonzel going off tracks. Bonzel is, I cannot click on his name. There's so many incidents happening.
Oh, just another spin from the Porsche on the inside. Oh no, and that's going to be a lot of front end damage.
Yeah, Shane Lewis pushed back to P4. He had that amazing start, but Kevin Johnston holding on to the lead. Libanore P2 now. Ansem moving into P3. As we said, Shane Lewis into P4, so he's not going to be happy with that race start. Even he got that great start off the line, but he's been pushed back 2 positions.
Yeah, I think that the little bit of chaos there from the Mustang behind kind of put him on the back foot a little bit there. Also got that really good run.
The yellow flag. He looks fine though. So maybe it was a Paul Ricard yellow.
Yeah.
Might have gotten too close to the pit. Lorp and Novak going side by side into turn 1. There's going to be contact. Porsche's going to make contact with the Lamborghini here. The Lamborghini is going to no damage here. Nothing to note here from the race directors. Lorp going wide, and Novak is going to make the move here. And there's a battle behind them too. Morgan and Jen going into turn 3. That first or the second hairpin of the race. There's contact, and Morgan's going to make contact with Lorp. And there's contact in the
just
back
laid on
too.
the brakes there.
Marcus Zelic.
Oh, no.
My
Oh,
goodness,
no.
Lombardo makes more contact.
D4 likes to wait until after lap 1 for the true chaos to start. Yeah, it looks like, just
man.
setting the Lamborghini straight a little bit there. Yeah, so definitely a bit of a pile up there into turn 3.
Oh, look at that. That's going to be a McLaren going wide. That's going to be the McLaren.
Shane Lewis.
Shane Lewis. Wait a second.
Fell back another position from Foster in Sector 1 there. I wonder if he made a mistake or if...
Shane Foster
I mean,
now...
because that's a little bit of a gap.
Yes, Shane Foster leading over Shane Lewis. Is it Shane Foster? I hope so.
Steve Foster. I think it's Steve Foster. Yeah, Steve
Sorry,
Foster.
yeah, it's Shane, Steve. I gotta learn. Look, it's the week. It's the week break.
Yeah.
Even though I promised to learn the names last race. Oh my goodness, look at this move from Burns. Burns trying to scare Farrow here. Farrow not moving an inch though. Burns might make a move onto the inside. Farrow, what's he gonna do to react? No, Burns is gonna let off and Holmes is gonna make a move on the outside. Burns trying to hold on to that position, but Holmes trying to take it away from him. That Aston Martin though, not gonna be able to make the move. Burns pushing back into his spot in P8, but Holmes looking for another move soon. Burns hoping not to make a mistake here. And we are racing. There is so much stuff going on. And Holmes is looking.
Run through. Yeah, that's such a good run there through
Look
there.
at that. Holmes is going to make the move, and Burns is going to lose that position to Holmes. Burns losing off, going to P9 now. And there was a move behind them between Porsches as well, but I was unable to see it. But Burns is trying to make that move or position back, but Holmes defending well into the next corners. So he's going to be able to hold off Burns just for now. And oh my goodness, lap
Christian Holmes there. I mean, that was some clean driving, from taking advantage of Rowdy Burns' narrow line into turn 3 there, and was able to just barely clear before turn 4. So that was some clean stuff there from Holmes.
Absolutely.
It's that banner, that turn on that hairpin, that banner just gets right in the way on this camera angle.
It's just such a TV one.
It's just that turn. It's a very specific Hungaroring thing.
Who knows isn't gonna fix it though?
No.
Further in the back, there's some trains going on here. Finn Jen trying to get past Novak. 3/10 back. Cube Master though has found a little gap, with Allard looking to chase him off. Raf Cab fighting with a Lamborghini, and that Lamborghini's, or not that Lamborghini, a Porsche. That Porsche is gonna make it stick. That's the Porsche of Gale, and Gale moving onto the inside, and Raf Cab leaving that position. But it looks like the Bentley made a position as well. So more moves in the back. There was quite a few side-by-sides there in turn 1 on this lap. These drivers staying really close. There's a yellow flag. That's Novak. Novak is in the wall.
Oh no. Let's see what happened.
We were talking about Jen and Novak. Oh man.
Just quite an opportunistic move there. He was able to keep it out of the barrier though. That's huge. So not a lot of damage.
But he's been all the way to the back.
All the way back.
Something he wants to see. Moreno has done his pit, so that's the first pit of the race. Might be because of the damage.
I think there was damage. Yeah. I think there was damage that was repairing, so kind of an emergency pit. Tire wear, it can be a bit challenging on this track, so it's not typically. Oh, we have another yellow. Who is that? Is that Q? Oh, it's Townsend. It's Townsend.
Oh, look at the damage on Townsend. Maybe that's the right. Not sure. No, that's damage. That is for sure damage.
Yeah, it's definitely damage. Oh, big damage with Trey Morgan. Was that? Was that Mac Morgan? Yeah, it was one of the Morgans. That's true. We have two Morgans to watch out for. Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, more contact here. This always happens on the D4 races. You go a couple laps and you're like, oh my gosh, and then you look at the time and it's like 52 minutes left and you're like, oh boy.
Townsend's contact though not as lucky as Novak. Novak's contact,
yeah.
There's more yellows. Sorry about that. Allard and Mac Morgan. So maybe.
Oh no.
Maybe we found the Morgan that caused the contact.
Oh no.
Oh no. Allard just spins and then Morgan, he gets. That's not really Morgan's fault. Allard kind of just spins on his own, and Morgan unable.
There was some other chaos there from trying to avoid the cars.
Oh, look at that! Look at that in front of them.
Really tight between.
I can't get to it, but I couldn't get to it on time.
Yeah, it looked like that the back McLaren backing out a little bit wisely into turn 4, because turn 4 is not a turn.
By Matassi.
What a dive there. Yeah, Matassi.
Trying to look on the outside of Morgan, but Matassi has to back out. He did not have the space to make a move stick.
We missed what happened to Matassi. Was he involved in that lap 2, turn 2 moment? He might have been, because he's in P30. Yeah, we missed that. It's so hard to keep up with all the chaos
without Antoine. Maybe we did need Antoine catching up with the third person, but again, just a lot of incidents. But that's kind of the nature of D4 right now. Raf Cab looking side by side with that. I believe that is Gale, and Gale holding on to that position. Raf Cab still trying to look for
kind of peeking, backing out a little bit there. Looks like he's really trying to get Hunter Gale to go off his line, but looking like Gale's staying strong, not wavering his line too much. Cab's got a good run here, but he's not going to be able to do much with it.
He's not going to be able to do much though, but that might scare Gale into a mistake. Is Gale going to make a mistake? No, he keeps it relatively clean, but that's a really slow entry into the corner, or really fast entry into the corner, so that means his exit might not be as good, but no, Raf Cab not having the greatest exit as well, so these two just battling it out for this position here in P15, P16. Mike Farrow 2 tenths behind Music, but Holmes also following just behind them as well, so these three are fighting for P6, and Kevin Johnston and Lieben Nore are still fighting for P1. So this is going to be the main battle we have so far. It's going to come up to who pits first or who makes a mistake. But Kevin Johnston not as safe as we've seen him before in the last couple races.
This is a hard track to pass Alexis
Shane
on
Lewis,
too, because
there's yellow flag in the top 10.
No, that is terrible for Shane Lewis. Oh, dude, it's looking like he was almost going into
the last hairpin here.
Late braking from. Was that?
No!
That is terrible. Yeah, late braking from the Porsche behind. I think that was Mike Farrow. And he's got some damage on the front too. I think he did hit that barrier.
He's going side by side with their teammates though.
I think they're teammates, so they're not. just not going to battle that at all. Which that is a good strategic position to be in. You know, being together on with your teammates.
Happening, and they're like, you know what? Let's be teammates today.
Let's not fight this too much. Yeah. We got it. I was just going to say, I think we had another pass. No, just from Sarver getting on.
Might be a pass here though. Matassi and Morgan side by side. Never mind. Morgan holding on, elbows out, but Matassi trying to look for another move here.
Wow.
This is getting interesting.
Yeah, going for a pass there, that is not a place at all that you ever see a pass. So I don't know if he's just trying to really set Morgan off his line. He's definitely all over the back of Trey Morgan here. Really wanting to make up some ground.
Look at that, though. Robichaud and Gale going side by side as well. So these battles are not over. Oh my goodness, they're really side by side. Who's going to break first? And Robichaud getting through the corner first, and that might give Pankowicz an opportunity to pass Gale. So
Yeah, hard to do anything into that first hairpin there. You don't have too much
look,
speed
side
going
by side,
into
right
the
behind
turn.
them as well. And that's going to be... Oh, it's the two teammates.
That's the teammates again. I wonder if that's team orders there. That doesn't seem like a normal team order to do on the going onto the fastest part of the
Gale
track.
looking on the outside of Robichaud. Gale trying to make that position, but braking really late, and that's going to open up Pankowicz to make a move soon. So the top 20 have found battles within their respective orders. Chris Sweeney going into the pits.
So yeah, that's one of our first pits that had nothing to do with damage. It seems like, and Lombardo also in the
pits
pit.
as well. But Chris Sweeney was one of the top 10, I believe, unless he fell back.
Hey, Lombardo was a couple. Oh no. Okay, so Lombardo is back out on track. Yeah.
So these two opting to pit early. Maybe it is damage because this is like really early for a pit or an early pit stop. 46 minutes.
This is where you could start thinking about a undercut. The thing is this is such a hard track to pass. Oh no!
Oh, he spun.
He's facing the wrong way. Oh, is that just hitting
He must have hit the curve.
one of the triangles too hard?
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Oh, that's terrible. And just facing the wrong way. Yeah, so back to the undercut thing. This is a really hard track to pass on and to battle on, especially if you're behind, something like the Lexus, where, the best passing opportunity is the main straight. And the Lexus is not, great through a lot of the turns, but it gets its speed back up, so it's really hard to make a pass on the brakes. Got Corey Murray. Yeah.
Heisner trying to make a move. And I just got word from the YouTube chat that Lombardo DC'd. So
I was wondering if that's what happened. He's back out on track, but yeah, that's always a.
You gotta respect that though, because he's sticking in with it. But look at this move from Heisner, or no, sorry, not Heisner, Mummery. In the 296, there's going to be contact.
Yeah, Mike Heisner wanting to widen that up a little bit, and then we got...
Oh, and there's big contact. That's Raf Cab and Heisner. And look at that. It's going to be Mummery making defense, sorry about that.
Whoa.
Last minute option. Yeah, that's Raf Cab.
Looked like there was contact with the rejoin, too. Oh, Raf Cab having a hard time getting the power back on. Yeah, it looked like there was a bit of a rejoin issue too with.
And he's slow to get out of the grass. That's not ideal.
That's good. It's good to be slower to get out so you don't spin the tires a bit. But yeah, it looked like Mummery and Heisner also had a bit of contact getting back on the track, which looking at the positions Mummery's quite a few positions down from Heisner. So I think there was some contact with that rejoin, and so it's a lot of chaos unfolding there.
Went really wide on that because Heisner was still on the track, so Mummery made it.
They were rejoining right next to each other, though, it looked like, and I think Mummery did. Yeah, there was some contact there. Yeah, it all popping off again.
But this is probably why Anton went.
Yeah, he's like,
he doesn't want to deal with it. Yeah.
It's like I'm looking for some sun.
Yeah. I've stewarded enough D4 races. I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a longer break than the week.
Yeah.
Even Norrit losing a lot of time to Kevin Johnston, so their gap used to be 6/10, but now it's a second. Kevin Johnston has found a lot of time with it. Shane Foster, though, Steve Foster. Right behind Levin Norrit. So Levin Norrit under pressure now when he was the one setting pressure on Johnston. So Johnston might run away with this again, actually.
Another thing to mention is Libanore and Foster are teammates as well, if I remember correctly. So
They're not. They're different. Oh, Libanore and Foster, yeah, I believe they're teammates.
I think they're teammates, and so that's.
Oh, look at this move from the inside. That's gonna be Gale or Heisner.
I think, yeah.
I need to move back to the TV cams. Oh no, that's an Aston Martin, so that's gonna be Holmes. Pankowicz is moving up, and his teammate Johnson looking on the outside. I don't think there's team orders anymore. I think they're fighting now.
Yeah, they might be fighting now. I don't know. They're usually the champion drivers like to play nicely with each other, but yeah, they might be off of the team orders right now.
There's a blue flag in the session.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That might be Lombardo.
It is Lombardo. Yeah, who's I think a couple laps down from that disconnect, unfortunately.
Props to him because he's still gonna get the points for finishing this race.
That's the thing is like every position because I think we only have 35 drivers right now. So yeah, every point does count. I mean we have points down to 40. I think it is right 40. But yeah, so yeah. You'll still get points, so it's definitely good to stick in it, and even though it can be a little bit challenging when you're blue flagged on a tight track like this.
Back to the teammates. I want to see if their team orders are completely off, and it looks like they might just start fighting. What was that sense? Is it just
Yeah, but there's a little bit of a gap between them. I don't know if Johnson is. I mean, there might be just a holding position, for Johnson there, and maybe trying to create a little bit of a gap before the pit stops. This is beginning to get into more of a normal pit stop window, and so we might start to see more drivers come in to the pits. Whoa, we have a position change towards the front. Foster and Libanore.
Foster making the move on Libanore, so Libanore's race.
I don't know if that was team orders or a mistake from Libanore, but yeah, I mean, that's almost a full second off of his teammate, I think. So yeah, I mean, over a second.
If it's team orders, then I think they believe that Foster has the pace to catch Johnston. Johnston has found a relatively big gap. No, Foster's. Oh, look at that. Foster might be finding some time here. 1.1 though. He was in the.
Foster might be thinking about pitting earlier than they might be in comms together. Foster might be pitting earlier than Libanore, and so just getting out that pace right now if he has it, and maybe. And I mean, he's got fastest lap. So he might be looking to undercut Johnson here.
It's not the fastest lap by a huge margin, but he has the fastest lap.
Yeah. That's what counts. It's a purple number next to his name, so.
It's no extra points, I believe. So
I think
maybe there is extra points.
I think it is one extra point. I think we get one extra point for fastest lap and one extra point for pole position. So
it's pretty good. Why couldn't F1 keep that? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it could be abused a little bit with teammates stealing fastest lap from other drivers. But anyway, that's a conversation for another time.
Back to the midfield here, Pankowicz, Johnston, the two teammates. Wait, the two teammates are split from each other.
Johnston and Holmes
have split. Yeah. So Pankowicz in the middle. Of those two, Gale going into the pits, so that's going to be one of the first top order drivers or midfield drivers into the pits. We're going to see a lot more
Lombardo
pits coming
still.
soon. Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, we got side by side with Lewis and Mummery here.
Yeah, Shane Lewis's race. Look at Shane Lewis not having the greatest of races right
Well, he's got all that front end damage too, which I'm sure is not
McLaren's
helping.
Not the best drive. I've noticed with the McLaren and the Ferrari, it's those two cars that really hate damage and really affects the way it sets up. Looks like Shane Lewis might be looking on to move on Johnston though. He's coming up soon. We might see an overtake here. It's all dependent on who is going to have the bigger cojones. Can't say that.
Yeah, I wonder if Johnson's tires are starting to fail a little bit because all over the back of Robichaud here. Robichaud going ultra defensive, and yeah, not leaving any room there for Heisner to
Morgan
do
is
anything
the
crazy.
blue flag. I don't think it's Lombardo. I think it's Morgan.
I think they're
that's
both
the yellow flag of
blue flag.
Yeah, I know Lombardo has to be a blue flag, but it's not the one we've been seeing. I think Morgan is the blue flag we've been seeing. But Heisner going to go into the pits after that chase. Morgan as well. Look, oh my goodness.
Whoa! Early braking from Heisner there, going into the pits, and yeah, sometimes you practice the pit entry so much, you're just looking for your braking zone, just expecting the driver ahead to, know the braking zone as well. But yeah, it seems like they had different ideas on when to slow down for that braking. Fortunately, no contact there.
no contact in the pit lanes. That would be extremely unfortunate.
Wait, Morgan just drove through.
What?
Morgan just drove through the pits. Was that did we miss a drive-through? Was that a track limit drive-through? We might have missed I don't know. But Morgan did just drive through the pits, so I don't know if that was serving a track limits
We'll check
violation.
in the VOD later, but
penalty.
we have some bigger news coming up, and Johnston is being chased down by Foster, so it looks like it was team order. Foster within 5/10 and Levenore trying to keep pace, but the gap now is 4 seconds between the top two and the third position of Levenore. Johnston having to defend now because Foster has now found time on him. So back to square
Absolutely.
one, Mr. Johnston.
Yeah. Yep, just a different Ferrari behind you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Foster's having some quite a lot of pace as the stint has gone on. If I'm Foster, I'm really gonna consider pitting like very soon, because I feel like with this pace, he could probably pull off an undercut here, and yeah, it's a lot easier to defend than attack at this track.
Sure, so that's going to be the first Aston teammate into the pits. Look at this move from the other Aston teammate, Holmes, trying to get past Robichaud. So Robichaud not worrying about a Porsche anymore. It's going to be an Aston. He's looking on the outside. They're going side by side into the second hairpin, but Robichaud elbows out in the
grip.
Ferrari.
Yeah, great defensive driving here from Robichaud.
And
yeah, making that Ferrari real wide. Yeah.
Holmes being pushed back. Yeah, Robichaud has made some really good defensive moves, but Holmes is now catching back up. So this gap continuing to diminish again. And Robichaud having to find more defensive moves, able to eat up those curves properly, but Holmes is able to follow just as well.
Yeah, Holmes has got pace in this race. I don't know if his qualifying was not as good as his race paces, or if he just maybe got caught up in some of that early chaos. It doesn't look like his car's too damaged. There's that banner. But yeah, so I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't look damaged at all. So I don't think he was caught up in that. I thought he was gonna pit. It looked like he was gonna do it. I'm surprised there's not more undercut attempts, because I feel like that would be, I feel like if I'm a lot of these drivers being so close to drivers in front, I'd be thinking about an undercut.
Makes a mistake here.
Robichaud goes well deep,
Penquitz also make the move. No, Panquix is going to not be close enough. So Robichaud losing position only to Holmes.
Yeah, Robichaud going very deep there. Yeah, overall,
Whoa, what happened to Foster? Foster has lost a lot of positions.
I think those are
Or those have to be
blue
right?
flags.
So Foster
Yeah.
getting held up by blue flags. So not
Oh
a lot of,
no!
not a lot of positions
And-
lost, but a lot of time lost to Kevin Johnston. And Kevin Johnston finding a lot of time or a lot of
And then
gap.
Foster comes into the pits, but I don't think he's not within undercut range anymore. So those blue flags really working against Foster there. That is a bummer for his race, and that is really good for Johnson's race there.
Yeah, Johnson, when he had that pressure, he might have been making some mistakes, but now that the pressure is going to be relieved just a bit, he's going to have some more breathing room to make, or some clean air to make some clean laps here. Lee Benora is going to take that position back from Foster, so Foster is going to pit, so we'll see how that plays out. Holmes, there's going to be a yellow on the field. Townsend has DC.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I tried clicking on his name.
That's our
It's the first DC of the race.
missing out. Well, the
Well,
first,
second one.
at least.
I think Lombardo
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the first one. Came back.
Yep. But yeah, we got a couple more pits. Darren Robichaud also comes into the pits. So yeah, just once you kind of lose out on that on a position. I mean, Holmes is just on a tear this race. Right up on the back of Tyler Thompson now in the Bentley.
And yeah, so Robichaud does opt to pit now. So that's why we see Holmes ahead of Robichaud. Robichaud should be
I wonder if
able to
Kevin
come-
Johnson's going to pit.
Yeah, Kevin Johnston should be pitting soon. All the other cars are relatively far gap in between. There's not a lot of trains left between these drivers. Corey Mummery and Bonsell fighting for P12.
Johnston didn't pit. Where's Libanore does pit though. That's interesting that Johnston did not pit. I would have expected him to pit there. And
I think
Foster,
we did see it in
don't
Donington
think-
though. He went for the long stint, so he did a 40-minute.
He did, yeah.
So maybe he has confidence.
But the danger there is Foster does not have traffic. I don't think. Oh, he's got one blue flag in front of him right now. But yeah, because if Foster's pace was so solid, if he could just get a couple laps in, at that really good pace, he might actually be able to pull off this undercut. If Johnson doesn't pit soon, we'll see. We'll see how the times are for Foster's laps here out of with his new tires. Let's see if Johnson comes into the pits here. Yeah, I would have definitely expected. We got more pits. We got Christian Holmes in the pits as well. So rather than opting to battle Thompson, Johnson goes around again. Wow, that's definitely interesting. The overcut is very risky. You don't see it work too often. It did work for Johnson last time though. But again, we had some
he's getting stopped by traffic now.
difficult. Yeah, he's got traffic.
Farrow is going to have. Oh, sorry.
Or Foster, yeah. Foster has gained about a second so far on Johnson, I believe. So this is dangerous for Johnston. Maybe he's, the Lexus could maybe get back past the Ferrari, but so maybe he's just hoping to have, much fresher tires. But I mean, he's actually lost out, I think, closer to 3 seconds on Foster, if I'm reading this correctly. I don't know. I shouldn't do math. That's a scary thing, is having me do math. So so I guess we'll just wait until Johnson pits, and we'll find out.
I'm a racer.
Yeah. Yeah, the other people are supposed to do the math, not me.
That's what ghost setups are for, all right?
Or Anton setups. Oh man. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Pits already, so it's going to be the end of the pits for most of them. But Corey, Mumry, Bonsell, Lorp,
Johnson's in the pits.
Johnson into the pits now.
Yeah,
so
he just went into the pits.
It's going to be the last 3 to pit is Mumry, Bonsell, and Lorp. So they're going for a longer stint trying to overcut here. But Kevin Johnston opting to pit now. Let's see where this will end him.
Well, let's go over to Foster, because it looks like Foster has a little bit of traffic too, and this is such difficult. Or no, that is a blue flag. That car is blue flag. So I was gonna say, if it's a driver that's not blue flagged, it's difficult because they're not obligated to give up that position if you're just on different pit strategies.
There we go. Johnson's coming out of the pits now. Foster is going to have to find some time here. He's going to be entering the main straight, but Johnston is going to be exiting the pits really soon. Foster won't be able
It looks
to
like
catch.
Johnston, will have enough. So Foster's pit stop might have not been as good. I don't have the data, but he might have spent more time in the pits than Johnston did. He might have had a slow pit stop.
I hope Johnston is not as consistent as he usually is on those fresher tires so far. So they're going to be a bit cold, but Foster is going to be on the older tires near the end of the race. So it's going to come down to who's more consistent within their respective cars.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're
look at this move by Bonzel. Bonzel trying to go into the outside. Mumry sticking his elbows out. What was that?
Wow. that was wild.
That was ambitious.
I didn't even have time to process what just happened there. I'm amazed that there wasn't any contact. I don't know if there was just. I think that was really quick thinking from Mummery from avoiding contact there and not turning in completely. I think it was just maybe late braking, but yeah, that was
ambitious.
Yeah, and I wonder if it was entirely on purpose too.
See if these two go into the pits now. Mummery and Bonzel Bonzel opting to pit, so Mummery is going to hold the lead of the race for now, but that lead is not going to hold for long. He still has to pit here, but Bonzel opting to pit, and that fight between Mummery and Bonzel is going to be over for now.
Hold it long enough to take a screenshot or two.
Look at that, Sweeney and Shane Lewis going side by side. Holmes right behind them. Oh no, that's not Holmes. That's
Thompson.
That's
I
Thompson.
think,
Yeah,
right
that's
behind
a
Sweeney.
Oh my goodness, there's
The
near
Honda.
contact
Oh
between
my
the NSX
goodness.
and the Bentley.
That would be a crazy spot to dive on the inside.
Look at this train though. This train is formed because these battles were going on. So now there's going to be more action near the end of the race. That's kind of what I was hoping for, No incident button.
You're hoping for some content. You're hovering over the content button.
We haven't had content in a minute.
Well, I'll tell you what. Libanore, I think, has fallen down a little bit. I saw Ansem in getting a position on who was effectively in P3 right now, where Libinore did go into the pit stops in P3. So I don't know if that was an undercut. I didn't see when that happened, but
Johnston trying to make a move on the inside of Gale, but Gale holding his elbows out. Johnston still looking for that move, but that move has been cut off. So this train getting a little spicy. Madison going on the... Whoa, there's contact.
A little bit of contact there.
And that's going
to
be...
Is that Boncel? I think that's Boncel just coming out of the pits. Yeah, so Madison just really wanting to take advantage of the new tires from Boncel.
Yeah, Boncel moving to the side. Madison getting the position
Oh,
done,
giving it up.
I think Boncel knows that he has the pace and he's going to copy. Yeah, so these two are going to be fighting. Or, well, it looks like Boncel just gave the position up, so maybe he's going to take advantage of the pace that Madison has and just follow him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he just didn't want to, make that battle. It's kind of a silver versus gold, driver, but you still want to, even as a silver driver, you still want to fight the golds to, get as good of a position as you can, even though you're in different championships. Effectively, your points still count, depending on what position you're in. So you definitely still want to fight them. But yeah, I don't know if we also maybe missed something that Boncel, was giving up the position for to, avoid a penalty or something. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to check back to find that out. But.
Corey Mummery is pitted now, so that is going to give the lead to Johnston. Foster is 3 seconds behind him. Question now, though, is can he find the time to catch up to Johnston within the last 20 minutes? There's a lot of time here, but it's running out quick for Foster to make a move.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Boncel got Mummery in through that pit stop, and that also might be something that Boncel was thinking about, that his race was more with Mummery rather than Madison, and so he just wanted to give that position up, not to lose so much time battling him when he was trying to make a undercut work. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you were right. Maybe it wasn't an ambitious move. Maybe it was just braking late. Maybe braking early for Mummery, so he had to react. Who knows? We'll see in the...
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
We'll see in the stewarding how that comes out.
Yep.
Lorp and Mummery going near side by side. That Rexy Lamborghini, Dr. Pepper, it's a mouthful of words.
Yeah, absolutely. Mummery losing out a little bit through that pit cycle against Boncel. I wonder if Mummery maybe repaired damage. There's a lot of things I guess I could slow down a pit stop. But now in quite a battle here with Garrett Lorp.
So Lamborghini versus a Ferrari, timeless classic battle. Lorp gets the inside line and Mummery is pushed onto the outside. Lorp's gonna have the better line into the next hairpin, but Mummery holding on into the inside line. He's gonna brake late, and Mummery sticking his elbows out, and Lorp cannot get the move done. Good defensive driving by Mummery, but can he hold on to it? Mike Farrow has yellowed. Mike Farrow has yellowed, and that's the top 6 driver.
Is that with Burns or no? That's a blue flag, isn't it?
That's a blue flag contact. What was that?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
Yeah, the blue flag taking out Mike Farrow. Oh man, that is terrible. It looks like Farrow only lost a position, I believe.
I believe it was
2 positions.
Yeah.
Yep, it was 2. Yeah, you're right.
That's still unfortunate to see that.
That's terrible. Yeah. Well, also going to have some rear end damage as well, which can be a little bit tricky in the Porsche.
The good thing is he didn't get to the walls. no
Yep,
major
true,
damage.
true.
It's just that rear end. Finn Jan going side by. No, Johnston going off tracks. It's starting to happen again.
Everything kind of popping off.
No.
And does hit the wall. Fortunately, it's side damage. Side damage is not too bad in the ACC, so not too much of a loss. But he's going deep into turn 1 a little bit.
Madison now licking his lips. He saw Johnston make that mistake, and Johnston going to have to hold Madison up for the 17 minutes left. Foster has found so much time on Johnston. He's down to a second, and Johnston, we'll see if he can hold on to this lead, but as we see in the helicam, Foster is right behind him now.
Foster with a lot of pace. He's got 16 minutes to make a pass on Johnston. The pit stops are over, so it has to be done on track. And now, speaking from experience, the Ferrari is tough to get around the Lexus, because the Lexus is just so fast on the power zones, and the Ferrari is not that's not the Ferrari's strength. You have to be really brave on the brakes.
Ferrari is going to be better into those corners compared to the Lexus. Johnston is going to have to hope he can pull this Ferrari off, or Foster, but Johnston is going to have the fresher tires. But we've seen the pace Foster has with these used tires, and he's brought the gap down to 6/10. Now look how close they are. Foster has found so much time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he definitely close this gap down. We'll see where he could get brave on the brakes. You kind of excuse me. Yeah, you have to be careful.
Foster gets a drive through. Foster gets a drive through.
Oh no!
He's pushing the limits, and he gets punished for going off tracks. Foster is going to have to drive through the pit lane, and Johnston might be safe with that P1 position.
Oh my goodness, that is terrible for both, Foster's race, and it's not great for the championship too, because this, really good position for him and his teammate, in second and fourth place. That is
to take it. No, he's gonna try and
he's gonna hold
it as much as possible. I think the strategy right now, because now he knows I don't believe he can get P1 anymore, so he's going to try and stick it out, and if he can get past Johnston here, he can grab some clean air and get some gap between Ansem and him. But that is so unfortunate to see. He was catching up so well, and then he gets that drive through, and that just ends that battle.
I knew track limits were going to come into play. It always does at Hungaroring. So it's not just me. But that is definitely a bummer to see for Foster there.
We see a 3-car battle here between Hendrick, Sweeney, and Gale. Whoa, Johnson going side by side with Madison.
Ooh, Madison, going wide there.
Johnson trying to take that position. He's going to keep his elbows out, and Madison trying to get that position back. It's going to be Ferrari versus Aston Martin, and Aston Martin looks like it's coming out ahead, but Ferrari is looking onto the inside. Madison trying to get that position back. No, he's going to calm down just a bit. Oh no, he's making the move on the inside.
Johnson goes a little deep. There. I don't know if it's enough for Madison to do anything here. This is a really interesting place to battle, though, because a lot of different lines can kind of work. And so if you could set off the driver ahead off of their line, you can kind of take advantage of it.
He's definitely off his line. Look at that. There's going to be near contact there, but Johnston is feeling the pressure, and Madison is holding that pressure on Johnston the other Johnston as much as possible. And look at him, Madison trying to go onto the inside. Can he get into the inside, into the next corner? No, he's gonna back out. He knows better. But this battle is not over. There's 12 minutes left, 13 minutes left of the race. Can he make the move stick? Oh my goodness, Madison getting really close there.
Wow. Great battling between these drivers here, and keeping it clean. We love to see that. But yeah, Mattisey definitely all over the back of Johnson here. So he's
looks
going to
on
be
the outside.
Oh,
That's
he
going to
goes
be
deep.
avoiding
Goes
action.
really deep.
Johnston
Yeah,
braking a
really
little
deep there.
early, and Mattisey not going to appreciate that. No contact yet. I predict it though.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But
I'm gonna press the button. I mean,
no, leave the button alone. Leave the button alone. We love to see the clean driving
The only ones I
in
have are on my
D4.
simulator,
Oh man. Oh. Yeah. So have we seen? I don't think we've seen Foster come into to serve his drive-through
Foster still
yet.
has
I'm
his
guessing
drive-through.
this is going to be the last lap.
There we go. He's going in for
do
his
so.
drive-through. So Foster opted to drive or do his drive-through now, but I don't think he had much of a choice. He
No,
is
I
7
think
seconds.
that was the last lap.
Yes.
The thing is he, it was good definitely holding out for a while there because I think the pace was a little bit faster up front, and I think Foster right now is the fastest driver in this race, so he doesn't want to get held up by a bunch of other drivers and have to make more passes. So if he, holds out for longer, he'll
It's
have to
unfortunate though.
do
Getting
less.
that drive-through, and he's going to be coming out of the pits, and he's going to be instantly put into a battle here, and that's going to be, or maybe not.
I
That's
think
Morgan.
that-
Yeah, that's
that's a blue flag.
That's Morgan's yellow McLaren, so that's going to be a blue flag. So Foster's going to have clean air, but he's going to be pushed back into P5. It's just really unfortunate how it
Honestly,
came to be.
That's not too bad. That is not too bad. If there's a bit of a spread at the front, from for this top 5. Oh, that looked
Yeah,
like
he
that
still
might have
has
been
a
another
chance.
track limits. Yeah.
He must
But,
have lifted,
P5
'cause I don't think he track
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is actually good for their team championship. It is not as bad as you'd fear, or at least I was fearing for them.
The top 5. It's definitely going to help for their team championship. It's just unfortunate that Foster grabbed that drive-through. So we're unable to see a battle between him and Johnston. As we saw before in the previous races, Johnston has just been dominating this season. Would have liked to see a little more of a dogfight, but that's how racing goes.
Track limits, it's a bummer. It's a bummer way to have a battle end, or even have a race end. So yeah, now Kevin Johnson having a good gap to second place. Now the other Johnston,
Look at that.
there's no gap.
Mattisey.
There's no gap at all. They're basically touching there in sector
Mattisey
2.
has not found the move yet, though. Johnston has been holding him up, but Mattisey just needs to find the right timing here. Look at
Yeah,
this.
you kind of have to throw, as a Ferrari driver, you kind of have to throw off the driver ahead of you. That's kind of the most reliable way to pass, especially because I think the Ferrari, has a fair amount of weight added onto it here, which means that it's a strong car here, but not to get too far in the top.
Where the Ferrari is really quick in the corners, but its corner exit speed is it's not great.
Yeah, and especially with that weight added, to it,
It's definitely not
kind
helping.
of makes it a little bit worse. So yeah, it's a hard car to battle. It's a really good car here, though. I mean, it is definitely a very fast car here. It's just sometimes difficult to make a pass on the car ahead, and Mattisey, kind of proven that right here.
I believe that's also why people opt for the Porsche and the McLaren, because that corner exit speed from both those cars is it's a lot better than the Ferrari can offer.
Wide there from
Oh my goodness.
Johnson.
What happened there?
Whoa. Oh, we got another drive-through from Garrett Lorp as well.
Lord getting a drive-through, but there's contact here. It's going to be McLaren.
Whoa,
on
I would...
NSX.
Yeah. That was from so far back, completely missing the braking zone
was a
there.
homing missile.
Yeah, that looked personal. But
Garrett
I
Lorp
don't think it
getting a
was.
yellow flag. Garrett Lorp with the drive-through now getting a yellow flag.
I wonder if Lorp is just
Lorp
about
might-
to. I think I was just pulling off, and yeah, that might just be
And Garrett
not
Lorp
wanting
is
to
out
serve
of
the
this
drive-through.
race. Garrett Lorp has left the server, so
Yeah.
that is the third DC, because I don't see Lombardo either. It's unfortunate for those three drivers. Oh, Mike Farrow getting a yellow flag again. Another top 10
Oh no!
driver getting a yellow flag, and Mike Farrow is
Oh,
struggling
no.
to get back onto the track.
Struggling to get back on.
What happened here? He must have sent himself off. Yeah, there we go. That 992.
Oh wow, that is such an early spin or drift at least for. Oh yeah, Farrow falling down the order a bunch here. That's a bummer to see because.
The spin on that
Yeah.
just kicks him out. And
Well, it happened so early too. I wonder.
he must have just stepped on it because there's no other.
Yeah,
explanation for
could
it.
have. Yeah. Either that or maybe accidentally bumping to a low traction control or turning traction control off or something like that. It didn't seem like it was a full like 0 TC spin because it wasn't too it wasn't a complete loop, which I feel like the Porsche just kind of loops itself when you're no TC. But yeah, that is interesting to see that.
That's pushed back to fellow commentator Q. So shout out to him for racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
absolutely.
unfortunate to see for Mike Farrow here. He's doing well after his first yellow incident, but it's just gotten so much worse now.
Yeah, that's definitely a bummer to see. Yeah, Mattisey's still behind Johnson. I think are we pretty close with P2 and P3? Am I reading that correctly, or am I reading that?
Yes,
I think I'm reading that
Leave It
incorrectly, actually.
No, Leave It Nora.
Yeah, it's not
somewhere
not super close. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the closest top 10
Yeah, what-
we have. Yeah. Well, Sarver 5/10ths behind Cobalt, so he could make a move here. Lindo getting 8/10ths within Burns. So the top 10 now managing to find some time. Oh, Johnson gets a drive-through.
Johnson with the drive-through. Oh my goodness,
Ansem
That
is going to
is
take pole or P1.
huge!
And Johnson is going to take his drive-through now, but Ansem now is leading this race. Leave It Nora now has an opportunity to take the win, but can Ansem hold him off? And I didn't even realize, but Music has overtaken Foster. Foster was pushed back down to P5.
Foster
so
was
Music,
P5, yeah.
So Music,
However, this is huge for Foster against Kevin Johnson because he might be getting a position now. We're going to have to see where Kevin and Foster, definitely the fastest two drivers of
Foster
this
on the main
race.
straight now.
They're gonna be
Foster is
right
on the
next to
main
each other.
straight now, and they're going to be fighting it. Not for P1 anymore, but for P4. And Foster gets through.
Goes by.
And with the pace Foster
Oh
has
my
had
goodness.
this race, I do not believe Kevin Johnston can catch up with him. But new leader of the race, Ansem, and Leave It Nora now knows that he has a chance to win, and he is 7/10ths back. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is, yeah, again, I knew the track limits were gonna be a thing. I was mentioning it so many times, and I mean, it's definitely come into play huge here at Hungaroring. It always does. It really always does.
Hungaroring bringing out the best of the drivers, the worst of the stewards, unfortunately.
The worst of the track limits too. Again, yeah, I'm being, slightly, or glad that it's not just a skill issue on my part. It is tricky. Track limits are tricky
I said
here.
there should be an incident near the end of the race. There's no contact incidents.
Yeah?
You can't be.
There's
mad
no
at it.
contact. Yeah. True. But it is content. So.
Even more at
But yeah.
2 minutes left to make
Yeah,
a move on
really.
that side.
Yeah, which that's a lot. There's 2 laps left. There will be 2 full laps to try to get something to happen here. But Ansem, just has to hold this pressure from Libanore here for 2 laps. But wow, what a and it's not over
Yellow
too.
flag for
It is
Sarver.
not over.
It's gonna be a point.
Oh, it's not a real one. He's really close to Koval though. Definitely
Goodness, though,
not
Lindo
make
also close to Burns. So Koval, like you said, Koval close to, or Sarver close to Koval. Sarver might make a move
Very
soon,
close.
but Lindo as well in front of them. That's going to be a double battle. So these 4 drivers trying to fight for their respective positions. Man, oh, look at this. Holmes right behind Robichaud, going side by side into the second hairpin. Oh, Holmes is gonna get that. Oh my goodness.
contact.
There's
If
no
there was, that
contact.
was the
But
lightest
Holmes
little tap
makes-
ever. But
Holmes makes the move stick, and Holmes is
Yep,
gonna get
he
that
makes
move on
it
Robichaud,
stick.
but Robichaud's trying to get that position back. Can the Kellogg livery
there's not gonna
Ferrari
be
make
anything
that
to do
move?
here.
There we go. That
Yeah,
Aston Martin.
Robichaud has been, awfully defensive, but Holmes getting that move
He
done
made
on
it.
Robichaud
That was a
there.
bold move by Holmes, and he makes that move. Sarver, back to Sarver
Yeah.
again. So Sarver versus the Porsche of Koval, and Sarver wants to make a move soon. Morgan in the background, fellow commentator.
Yeah.
I should have updated the.
Yeah.
I know Sarver has some pretty good liveries. I'll update the liveries next time. He's flashing his lights. Koval sticking his elbows out, but Sarver still looking for a move to be made here. Last hairpin. Who's
Ooh.
going to get a better exit? Sarver getting a pretty good line there. Koval as well, but oh, that's not track limits.
Yeah, they both look on the limit of track limits. We have to be careful with
This is the final
that
lap of
here.
the race. Who can make the move? Libanore and Ansem. I think they've settled their debate. Libanore might be taking
think
P2
so,
unless
yeah.
Ansem takes just a little.
over the line. That is, proving to be
Oh my goodness, Sarver getting
dangerous
extremely
thing.
close. But he has to brake just a bit too much. Koval.
More flashing from
Flashing
Sarver.
lights from Sarver, and Sarver really wants this. Koval not trying to give it to him.
Yeah,
We'll see
it
here.
looks like Ansem has had, as we get one last glimpse at the banner in Sector 3. But yeah,
I switched to the TV cam.
but yeah,
Yes,
Ansem, amazing, keeping the consistency, keeping it within track limits, and he's gonna come across the line first. So amazing.
Bonzel gets a
performance
drive-through
there
at the
from
last
Bonzel.
second.
Oh no, that is the worst. Getting a drive-through at the very end.
That happened.
Um, Yeah, same actually.
Foster crossing the line, and he's going to be happy with that result. Kevin Johnston is not going to be as happy with that. Burns going through the line after
Across.
fighting Lindo for so long, and it's going to be Koval and Sarver. Koval taking it over Sarver, and Sarver taking 8th position. Heisner P9, and where's P10? Is it going to be Holmes? Oh, that's going to be.
I think it is. Yes.
Yeah, race
Yes.
control is glitching out on me, and Shane Lewis is going to be coming in to P12. Tyler Thompson, P13, with that Bentley do some damage. And look at the train behind him. Johnston beating out everyone in that train, and Johnston followed by Gale, Matassi, Farrow, Cube, our fellow commentary, Penkowicz, Von Zell with the drive-through, but he's going to be pushed back by that. Yeah, that drive-through is going to really hamper his position there. And Sweeney, Finn, Jen, Mummery, P20, 21, 22, Novak, P23, Buckley crossing the line behind Ralph Cab. Or in front of back
so
Ralph
unless
Cab,
there's any,
sorry,
yeah, unless there's going to be some team orders here, I wouldn't expect anything crazy to happen here.
The two Morgans crossed the line, Allard as well.
There was
Oh,
team orders. Oh, and Cab. That was the slowest line crossing. That was the slowest line crossing I've ever seen.
Oh wait,
it looked like Cab
Garrett
did not want
Lorp
to
gets
take
a
that.
drive-through at the end as well.
I think Lorp.
Lorp might have DC'd. I think Lorp was the one that
DC'd.
Yeah.
Yeah, after getting that, drive-through. So.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, wow.
It's never great to see those drive-thrus come into the last second, but that is the race, folks. Hungaroring is now over.
Yeah,
Race.
that was quite the race. Yeah,
Not a lot of
I was not
as I was expecting.
well
but
compared to Donington. There was definitely not it was relatively clean, actually. Yeah, we'll say it was relatively clean, but yeah, well, let's see. Once our once the chat fills up a little bit, if we could get our, I don't see, unless I'm blind, I don't see any of our top 3 in the chat right now. Well, we'll give it a little bit more time to fill out into the race review.
For now, we'll look at the next track coming up. So Hungaroring is over, but we have Laguna Seca coming up, which is going to be
and
mixed conditions.
Yes, yeah, it's going to be less guaranteed to be rainy as Donington, which kind of makes sense. That's lore accurate.
California rains sometimes, okay?
It does. That's why there is a chance of rain. Laguna Seca, it's definitely an interesting track. It's a hard one to battle on, and it should be especially interesting with the mixed conditions.
Laguna Seca will always bring great racing. It's a very tight track. Laguna Seca has that infamous corkscrew hairpin, or not hairpin. What am I saying?
Yeah,
corkscrew. It's gonna be interesting to see some contact there. I'm not gonna rule it out either, because there definitely will be contact there. But that is
I mean, Laguna Seca's it's a tough track to race at for sure. So
it's very fun. My favorite.
Yeah,
track.
I can't believe we still don't have any of the podium finishers in the chat. Unless I'm blind. Am I blind? I don't see any of the podium finishers in the chat.
Huh.
That's a new one for me.
It's very new. So we had Ansem in P1, and then we had Lee Minora in P2. But none of them are in.
Yeah.
Wait.
Who is
Music was P3.
Yeah, but I'm not even seeing. Here, let me go through slowly. Oh, we do have Steven Music in here. Let's pull in Steven Music.
There's one.
Let's pull him in. So Steven Music, our P3 finisher, walk us through that race. How are you feeling with that one?
Pretty good, to be honest with you. Like, as people started getting penalties, I mean, I was nursing two track cuts like early
Yeah.
on because I was trying to swerve around a McLaren that was in front of me.
Ooh. Yeah, so yeah, we were talking about that because like the whole time it's like Hungaroring can be so tricky with the track limits, and we obviously saw that come into play huge for the drivers in front. So what were you thinking when you started seeing those penalties come in? Just make sure you stay out of the limits yourself.
Oh yeah, I started actually slowing down. Like I went a second off my pace. I was like, nope, not going to be me, not today.
That's smart. Hey, well, by doing that, you secured a P3. So yeah, congratulations on that. And you had a pretty solid qualifying as well with your teammate, not having quite as fortunate of a race. But how are you feeling about the yeah, how are you feeling about the team championship though? Because coming into this race, you guys were P3.
Yeah, no, I was looking at that before the race, and I was like, oh, we're contenders.
Yeah, it's actually close. It's actually
Yeah.
close, especially finishing ahead of Kevin Johnson and as well as the Ferraris that went into this race just ahead of. So yeah, it's actually pretty close. But
And I was actually starting to question at the beginning of the season too, because I saw that me and my teammate were the only ones that picked the Mustang this season.
yeah, I think you are. I think you're the only Mustangs in D4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's after that. So yeah, how do you feel with the new power restrictor? How's the Mustang treating you this season?
Well, I mean, like it's obviously a little bit slower, but I think I'm starting to come around to understand how best to handle it and everything. It's definitely different from the Ferrari. I'm so used to driving the Ferrari and everything. So,
Mhm.
but I like it.
Yeah. Awesome, yeah. So looking ahead, how are you feeling about Laguna Seca and Laguna Seca in mixed conditions?
I mean, normally I do all right at Laguna Seca, so I mean, we'll see. You know, anything can happen. I'm just gonna do the best I can and hope I don't die.
Yeah, that's definitely a good plan.
You
Yeah,
always
Laguna
pray in
Seca
the
could be an
corkscrew.
interesting one.
Always pray.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the corkscrew
yeah,
is probably the biggest thing that I'm always worried about.
There's two things you gotta
yeah. It
pray
can
for
be
next year. You
a
gotta
tricky one.
hope the mixed conditions isn't really wet for you guys, and hope you make it through the corkscrew alive.
Well, and also
I actually
the
considered that it was mixed conditions, so thanks for that.
yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna be mixed. Yeah.
oh,
Well, and
we'll
also
see.
there's the sausage curbs too, and I feel like the sausage curbs are kind of deadly there, and so
Yeah,
they
no,
could come into play as well.
yeah, I think I'm going to get some practice in this week and try to see how well the Mustang does with those, and see if I should just try to avoid them entirely.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's probably a good move.
Yeah.
But anyway, any shout outs before I send you back to the race review?
I mean, everybody. I mean, it was a really good race, especially. I mean, today. I mean, yeah, there were some mishaps at the beginning, but I mean, like everybody, I think D4 is really trying to do their best to race clean. You know, nobody's
Yeah.
trying to come at it conniving or anything like that. So, I was really impressed. A few black back markers. They saw me coming, they got out of the way. So, really appreciate that. And yeah, just I'm having fun. I think this is like my fourth or maybe fifth season with SRA, and I'm really enjoying it. So shout out to everybody, you guys too for commentating. I can't wait to watch the YouTube video and see what happens. See if I get any love or anything. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty
absolutely.
sure
Well,
we like saw through or
yeah,
gave you some screen time,
okay,
but there's a lot of stuff that happened this race. So
yeah, it's an exciting race. It's an exciting race. So yeah,
shockingly,
hopefully it's
not a lot of
entertaining for you to watch.
contact, or not as much
Yeah,
contact.
well,
as
we were
some
actually
races.
saying, yeah, it's definitely cleaned up a bit from Donington. Donington was a tricky one, but
oh yeah.
yeah,
This was the first race I can think of where I didn't have to go into the pits and make sure that I turned off, fixing any body repairs.
Yeah. Which that's how you know it was a clean race. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, huge congrats on the P3, and yeah, I'll get you sent back down to the race review.
I hope we see
I
you
appreciate
next
it.
week
Thank you.
as
You guys
well.
are-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely. I'll be here. Y'all have a good
Awesome.
one too.
Yep, you as well.
For sure.
Awesome. So Steven Music, our P3 finisher. I did see we have our race winner who has entered the race review. So let's get him here. John Ansom, do you got us in the commentary booth?
Yep, I'm here.
What was that?
My breath. I'm trying to catch my breath.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah,
I just need to know how you felt when you saw Kevin Johnston going into the pits for that drive-through.
Well, it's nice he gave us a chance for once. But I also want to say commiserations to Steve Foster, because I know he was starting right next to me. He got past me. He looked really fast. And then he also did the same thing in Donington. He started right next to me and had a terrible race afterwards. So it really sucks for him.
He didn't have a terrible
that is
race,
definitely a
but
bummer.
yeah, it was just an unfortunate drive-through at the end for him.
Yeah. So were you sitting on any track limits yourself?
No track cuts whatsoever.
Nice. Wow.
That's
Nice.
clean.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, because we were like, we mentioned, for this race a couple times, or at least I did, that track limits can be really tricky here. So, yeah, that's impressive that you were able to keep that clean and have really good pace, and yeah, you got the race win out of it. So, yeah, I mean, you've got to be. I mean, what were you expecting to be competing for a win here?
Absolutely not. 48 hours ago, I was ill with a mystery sickness, and I was just throwing up constantly. So I took some time to recover, but I was feeling it towards the end. I was getting pretty sweaty, pretty dehydrated. I was trying to get a drink every start-finish straight, and I just managed to hold on because Ottavio behind me was pushing, and it was tough.
Yeah, it did not look like an easy race. So yeah, you did not let it show at all that you're recovering from illness. So, yeah, and it also had a really quite, a decent qualifying though too. And, but yeah, just keeping it clean definitely pays off a lot. So, looking forward.
I think the quality really sets it up though, because that was like half a second faster than my best lap in practice. So I just managed to get it done on the day, got out of the traffic, and I managed to gain 2 places at the start somehow. So that was really set up the rest of the race where I could, keep it clean from there on.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like you had a really, really solid start, and yeah, that definitely helps. But yeah, so looking forward, with this the team championship especially, you guys are in a pretty solid position right now. You went into this race in P2, finishing ahead of Kevin Johnson by a good bit, and Johnson's teammate wasn't able to race today. So, are you thinking a lot about the team championship here?
I mean, Hunter's did a great job picking up points, and we're just turning up to every race and taking points away every race. Hopefully that will see us more near the top at the end.
Yeah. Well, awesome. So yeah, looking forward to Laguna Seca next week. How do you feel about that track? It's a mixed conditions too. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, so I think I've only raced once at Laguna Seca, and I crashed before turn 1. So I'll have to try and do a little bit better.
Yeah.
Brutal. Turn 1 is so brutal.
Yeah, it's tricky.
My understanding is it's more likely to be dry with some rain rather than rain with possibly dry. So
yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mixed conditions on Laguna Seca next week. So
yeah, I think there's. I want to say it's like an.
So
sorry.
I'm happy.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I was. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, Laguna Seca, that should be an interesting one for that. But yeah, any shout outs that you want to give before I send you back to the race review?
So the last two times I came to do the interviews, my wife wasn't watching, but she might be now. She's gotten more interested. So
Oh,
I guess.
awesome.
Um,
Awesome. Yeah.
and,
Well, this would be a good one to watch too with a race win.
well, she might have fallen asleep, but yeah, quite a long race.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
We tried getting loud so we
everyone
could like
default.
wake everyone up. Pretty sure we were like screaming. or
Everyone
something.
default for another great race.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, hey, huge congratulations on the win. And congratulations on keeping it clean and without any track limits. Honestly, that's a good achievement as it is as well. So, yeah, awesome job on a great race.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. So John Ansem, our race winner. So yeah, crazy race. I don't think.
You don't
Yeah,
see
we still don't
Libanore?
have. Yeah, we still don't have Libanore in there, so we'll call it there for our interviews. But yeah, next week, Laguna Seca should be an interesting one.
Yes. Yeah, we are going to California next week. My hometown, Laguna Seca. No, well, my favorite track, not hometown. Sorry about that.
Your
Once
home
again,
track.
my home track. Well, my state track,
Home.
not Willow
Yeah, there you
Springs.
go. Yeah.
Anyways, I do have to say this, but if you guys did enjoy this stream, make sure you do like and subscribe. It really does help push our channel out there, and it really helps with our algorithm as well. Once again, we are going to Laguna Seca next week, so be ready for that. It's mixed conditions. We might have some rain, and if there isn't, we always have the corkscrew to mess everyone up. Good night, everyone.